Hey everybody, it's Marcus Shell and I've got a new project. I just picked up last night a 1994 Kawasaki KDX 250. They made these bikes from 1991 to 1994, so pretty limited run. They kind of had a bad reputation at the time for being poorly suspended. They weren't jetted real well, and the power wasn't that great on them. They were kind of heavy. But all those things really can be fixed on it because the bike is actually based on the 1991, actually 88 to 91 Kawasaki KX 250. So there's a lot of parts available for it and a lot of things that you can do to really improve the performance on this bike. This one I picked up for a little bit less than $1,300, so it's a good deal. Obviously, it probably has a few issues, right? But the mileage is really low, if that's accurate. 1,178 miles, not bad. The issues that I noticed on it right away after the first test ride was one, well, it's leaking fuel for one thing. You can see it's got an old fuel line here. It's probably going to need to be replaced and a new clamp put on it. Handlebars are bent, which kind of goes with the territory. Has a flat tire. It's got a lot of spooge here coming out of this stock expansion chamber, and that probably led to the brakes not working well. At least I'm sure it contributed to that. So we're going to have to address the brakes because they're pretty much non-existent right now, both front and back. Doesn't stop too good. Besides that, the power actually was pretty good. So I actually know a little bit of the history on this bike. I bought it for a friend of mine a couple years ago from a vet rider, and he claimed that he had had the bike rebuilt by a friend of his who was supposedly really good. And it actually doesn't run too bad, although it is still jetted too rich. It has pretty good power. It really pulls good from the bottom as far as lugging goes. But definitely you can see it's really running too rich, so I would guess he probably doesn't have the jetting totally sorted out. It actually has two different foot pegs on it too, which is interesting. So what we're going to do is just kind of a budget build up, get this thing running a little bit better. Some of the things that can be done to this bike. First off, besides rejetting the carb and putting a different slide in it, and I will post the specs on that. The head gasket can be replaced with a thinner head gasket from the 88 to 91 KX 250 to bump up the compression. The expansion chamber, the stock one, the pipe, is actually some sort of crazy dual chamber design of some sort to keep it really quiet, but it hurts the power. So that's something else that actually works on these bikes and really wakes it up. The other weak link is, they say, the front suspension. I don't know, I haven't ridden it enough yet, but I'm sure they're probably right that you can graft on a set of forks from a later, say 94, 95 KX 250. You have to, I think, replace the clamps and the front wheel and some other things. So we'll be looking at that to see if we really want to do it. The rear shock's not bad and probably could be revalved if it's not that good. So anyway, that's a little quick rundown here on this next project, a 1994 KDX 250. And we'll see what happens. Stay tuned.